I sat in my new apartment staring at an old wedding ring in my drawer. 3.5 years of marriage with Natalie, and I thought it was the real thing. We had plans, dreams, a future mapped out together, until I discovered the truth she was hiding. I did not confront her. I did not argue or beg for answers. I simply vanished. 1 year later, she found me. But the man she tracked down was not the same Levi she once knew. Before we dive into how I walked away from my marriage without a single word, I want to ask you something. Where are you watching this from? Drop your location in the comments below. And if you have ever felt the urge to just disappear and start over, hit that like button and subscribe, because this story is about to show you what happens when you choose yourself over closure. Now, let me take you back to where it all began. 5 years ago, I met Natalie at a coffee shop in downtown Portland. She was sitting by the window, laptop open, completely absorbed in whatever she was working on. I ordered my usual black coffee, and when I turned around, our eyes met. She smiled. That smile changed everything. We started talking, and I learned she worked in marketing while I was a software engineer. We both loved hiking and indie music. We spent that first conversation talking for 2 hours straight, and by the end, I knew I wanted to see her again. Our relationship moved naturally. Weekend hikes through Forest Park, concerts at small venues, cooking dinner together in my tiny kitchen. After 1.5 years of dating, I proposed during a camping trip at Crater Lake. She said yes, before I even finished asking. We got married in a small ceremony overlooking the Columbia River Gorge. It was perfect. Simple. Just us and the people we loved most. The first 2 years of marriage felt like a dream. We moved into a cozy apartment in Northwest Portland. Every Friday night was movie night. Saturday mornings we would make pancakes and plan our week. Natalie had this habit of leaving little notes for me. She would tuck them in my laptop bag, or stick them on the bathroom mirror. Things like, "Have a great day," or "Love you more than coffee," which coming from her meant everything. She would wake up early to make my coffee before I left for work, even though she hated mornings. Those small gestures made me feel seen, loved, secure. Our 3rd year started off strong. We took a trip to Olympic National Park, spent long weekends exploring the coast, and talked about starting a family someday. Life felt stable. But then in September of that year, Natalie got promoted. She became a marketing manager at her company, leading a bigger team, handling major clients. I was proud of her, really proud. She worked hard for that position, and she deserved it. But something shifted after that promotion. At first it was small things. Har fen now. She started coming home later. Big project with a new client, she would say. Or team dinner with coworkers. I understood. New responsibilities meant longer hours. But then the small things became patterns. Her phone was always face down on the table. She started taking it into the bathroom when she showered. When I asked about her day, her answers got vague. Busy or the usual. No details. No stories. No connection. By October, I noticed she was dressing differently for work. New clothes. More effort into her hair and makeup. I told myself she just wanted to look professional in her new role. But there was something else. The way she looked at me changed. Her eyes did not light up anymore when I walked into the room. When I kissed her goodbye in the morning, she would barely kiss back. It felt like I was kissing a stranger. Then came November, our 3-year wedding anniversary. I had been planning for weeks. I made reservations at her favorite restaurant, the same place we went on our first official date. I left work early, got flowers, and waited for her at home. 6 o'clock came and went. 7 o'clock. At 7:30 she called. "Babe, I am so sorry. I have to work late. This client thing is dragging on. Can we do it tomorrow?" I sat there holding the flowers, staring at the candle I had lit on the table. "Sure," I said. "Tomorrow is fine." But we never rescheduled. She forgot. And I did not bring it up again. A week later, I found a hotel receipt in the pocket of her blazer while doing laundry. It was from a place downtown. I asked her about it casually. Oh, that was from the company retreat. I told you about it, remember? I did not remember. I went back through my texts, my calendar. She never mentioned any retreat. The receipt showed a superior suite, not a standard room. Why would a company retreat put employees in suites? The doubt crept in slowly, like cold water rising. I started paying attention. Really paying attention. She mentioned a name more and more. Travis. Travis had this great idea for the campaign. Travis and I are working late on the presentation. Travis thinks we should pivot our strategy. I Googled him one night after she fell asleep. 30 years old. Successful. Good-looking in that polished corporate way. And he worked directly with Natalie on her team. My stomach twisted every time she said his name after that. One night in early December, her phone kept buzzing while she slept. I glanced at the screen. The name T, with a heart emoji. My heart dropped. I did not open the phone. I did not need to. That emoji told me everything. I lay awake next to her for hours, staring at the ceiling, feeling like someone had punched me in the chest. The woman sleeping beside me, the one I trusted completely, was hiding something, and I needed to know what. I decided to find out the truth, not to catch her, not for some dramatic confrontation. I just needed to know. I needed confirmation that I was not losing my mind. On a Thursday evening in mid-December, Natalie told me she was going to a team happy hour. She kissed my cheek and left around 6. I waited 10 minutes, then got in my car and followed her. I hated myself for it. I felt pathetic. But I had to know. She did not go to any bar. Instead, she drove to a small, intimate restaurant in the Pearl District. I parked down the street and watched. Travis was already there, waiting at a table by the window. She walked in, and he stood up to hug her. Not a professional hug. A real one. Long. Comfortable. Familiar. They sat down across from each other, and I watched them laugh and talk. At one point, she reached across the table and touched his hand. He did not pull away. She laughed at something he said, throwing her head back, the way she used to laugh with me years ago. I stood outside in the cold December rain watching the woman I loved fall for someone else right in front of me. They stayed there for 2 hours. I sat in my car the entire time, unable to look away. When they finally left, Travis walked her to her car. They stood there talking for a few more minutes. Then he leaned in and kissed her. Not a quick goodbye kiss. A real kiss. The kind that meant something. She kissed him back. My wife kissed another man and I watched it happen. I drove home in a daze, my hands shaking on the steering wheel. Natalie came home 20 minutes after I did. She walked in, smiling, humming some song under her breath. "Hey babe," she said. "Just got back from happy hour. It was fun." She looked right at me, and lied. Straight to my face. I nodded. "Sounds good," I said. My voice sounded distant, like it was coming from someone else. That night I lay in bed next to her. But I had never felt farther away from anyone in my life. The next morning, after she left for work, I opened her laptop. She had left it on the kitchen counter, and I knew her password. It was our anniversary date. The irony was not lost on me. I found hundreds of messages between her and Travis. They started in September, right after a business trip to Seattle. The messages began professionally, then slowly became personal. Compliments. Inside jokes. Then confessions. By October, they were talking every day. In November, on the exact date of our anniversary, that she forgot, she wrote to him, "I think I am falling for you." He responded, "Leave him. We can be together." She wrote back, "I need more time. I do not want to hurt him." I sat there reading. Message after message. She was planning a future with him while sleeping next to me every night. She was telling him things she used to tell me. She was giving him the version of herself that I thought was mine. And all this time she kept saying she did not want to hurt me. But she already had. Every single day. Every lie. Every fake smile. Every time she came home late, smelling like his cologne. I closed the laptop and sat in my office, staring out the window. I did not cry. I did not scream. I just felt empty, hollow. I thought about confronting her. I imagined this scene. She would cry. She would apologize. Maybe she would beg. Maybe she would deny it. Either way, it would be drama. Lawyers. Fighting over furniture and bank accounts. Months of back and forth. And for what she had already chosen. She chose him the moment she sent that first flirty message. She chose him every time she lied to me. Then I thought about something else. Why did I owe her an explanation? Why did I owe her closure? She had months to be honest with me. She could have sat me down and told me the truth. Instead, she lied. Every single day. So I made a decision. A bold one. I would disappear. No confrontation. No explanations. No second chances. I would give her exactly what she seemed to want. Freedom. Complete and total freedom. I spent the next week planning in silence. I contacted a divorce lawyer and filed the paperwork online. I requested that all documents be sent to her office, not our home. I opened a new bank account and transferred half of our savings, the amount that was fair and mine. I found an apartment in Beaverton, signed the lease, and paid the deposit. I scheduled a moving company for the 3 days Natalie would be in Seattle for another work trip. Ironically, I knew Travis would be there too. I did not tell anyone what I was doing. Not my family. Not my friends. Not my coworkers. I just quietly prepared to erase myself from her life.